Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week is dedicated to kids. I thought I'd take this video and show some organization ideas, snack ideas, and some prepping ideas. If you're interested in seeing how I do this, come prep with me and I'll show you how. Now let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at are some snack ideas along with the prepping ideas that I do for my snacks at home. Usually whenever I go shopping, which is usually on a Friday, sometimes on a Sunday, I end up coming home and I separate all the snacks that we have. Now some of these snacks are some things that I just had in my pantry from the previous week, and that's why it looks like a lot. But I just decided that since the boys are home, I'm going to go ahead and start separating those as well. So what I have here are cereal dispensers, and what I like about this is it lets my boys know what we have, along with it lets me know how much is in the box. And it's also just great for having so I don't have so much clutter in the pantry. So here I have about 3 different cereals that I always have to separate. I have 4 boys, so I have to have a Cinnamon Toast Crunch for one likes chocolate, and one likes the fruit. So one gets Fruit Loops. But that's usually how it works. The baby usually eats any cereal, but as for the 3 big ones, they have their own taste buds that like different things, and this is usually how it always goes. Now for the Fruity Pebbles, that's for something else, so that's why it's going to stay in the box. Now I'm going to start getting started on prepping these pretzels. I bought this pretzel jar, I want to say about a month ago, and it's lasted us this long. They usually take this to school for snack days, but it's really good because that's something that they could just grab, and it's not sweet, it's not, something that they can just keep grabbing like a gusher or something like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting some little snack bags and I'm just filling them up with some, not a lot, but I'm just filling some up with the pretzels to allow them to just get them out of the bin. Now the next thing that I'm going to do are prep the Cheez-It crackers, and I'm going to place those also into the same little snack bags. And sometimes it goes from Cheez-Its to Goldfish. The reason why I like to have these, it doesn't have to just be for the week that they're off of school, but it could be for on the go. It could be for school because they do take snacks to school. It could go in lunches. It could go in your lunch. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for kids. Now the next thing that I usually prep as well are these cinnamon graham crackers. Now this is something that I usually break into half, and I put about 3 to 4 of the little squares into a little snack bag as well. And you get a lot out of it, and it's something really great that I like to have on hand. And the boys usually think that it's like a cookie, and it's not that sweet of a cookie, so I usually put this with like the snacks that they could just grab whenever they want one, or whenever I feel like they need a snack, they can go ahead and just grab one out of the pantry. Now this next one are the little brownies, and what I like to do with this, I think it came with about 12 in a box. So what I do, because I don't like to let the boys eat both of them because I just feel like that's too much, and I just want them just to get a little something of sweet, but not that much sweet. So what I do is I open them and I cut them in half. So instead of just having 12, I have 24 little brownies. And that's something that you could also do for yourself or for your kids if you don't want them to have that much. And it makes it last a little bit longer than having them just eat the 2. So what I do is just open up the package and I cut it in half and stick it in a little snack bag, and I think it lasts a lot more. And this is not something that they always get as a snack. It's something that they just grab whenever they're being good, or when they have a lunch that we're going out for, something good to have. And now I'm going to start prepping our chips. So I used to get the big box of chips from Sam's that has like 40 or 30. But what I noticed was that there's always that bag of chips that no one likes. And with me having 4 boys, not everybody likes spicy chips. Not everybody likes the regular size style chips. So usually what I do is I let them pick out their bag, and it usually lasts a long while. Sometimes one or two like to share a bag. So that's what I usually do. They pick out the bag that they want, and it lasts for a while that way. So here I have some Cheetos. Here's some lime chips. And if you notice, I'm already open, and by doing this, it lets you just put out a little bit, and they just get, some for maybe that week. They probably get it 1 to 2 times a week if they do get chips. And it just lasts so much longer because they don't see the whole bag, and they don't say, hey, I want that whole bag of chips, and then it's all gone. So that's something great to have, portioning it out. That way they don't have a big old quantity. And then here is something else that I just got because they do like this cheesy popcorn. So I did pick some up because I thought this would be more of a snack cracker type snack, like a healthier snack instead of reaching for chips. So I'm just going to place some of those in the bag. Now, usually all of my shopping, I usually go to H-E-B, Walmart, or Sam's. And usually the stuff that usually goes by really fast, and they're always getting like yogurts and things like that, I usually get those from Sam's. But something that's like this, I will get at H-E-B or Walmart. Now, this is one of the things that is probably the top thing to have on our list, and that's fruit. So what I have here are cut up strawberries, some grapes, and some blueberries. Sometimes I add in the canned mandarins, but this time I just have those 3: blueberries, grapes, and strawberries. And what I love about this is my kids' favorite thing. They love fruit. My kids are big fruit people, big yogurt people. Before they go to the pantry, they go to the fridge. And this is something that I'm okay with them getting. And by combining it all together, it makes so much, and it lasts pretty much the whole week until my next grocery trip. So what I'm doing here is I'm just separating it into like half cup portions, and they take it and they're good with that. They don't ask for anything, for a long while. And I think that this is such a great idea to have. It could be for you, it could be for your kids. It's just not just kid friendly. I mean, it could be for anyone. And I love that about it because whenever I'm on the go, I could just grab one of these. Now this is something that I also love having for them, and that's chopped up cucumbers. They're big fans of cucumbers with pica. So what I like to do is I just peel them, I dice them or slice them, and sometimes I'll cut them into half to make them feel like they have a little bit more. It just really depends. But here I'm just making them cut, and then I'm also cut some limes. I cut the limes, and then what I do is I get a little snack bag and I put about, I want to say 4 to 5 cucumbers in the bag, along with a piece of lime so they could squeeze the juice on it. And then I put a little packet of Tajín, and they love this so much. The cucumbers get eaten, as opposed to just putting them in a bag with nothing on them. They really won't go for that. So if I spice it up and make it pretty, they want it. And it's always a good snack option to have for your kids as well. Now this is how I usually organize things for them. So the middle part of our refrigerator is for them. So here I have the yogurts. I have some string cheese because they also love that as a snack. And then I have some apples and some mandarins. They love those as well. And that's something that they could also just grab. Now as for our fruit and our cucumbers, I usually put them on the side. That way they could just grab those as well if they want that for their snack. Or if it's for lunch, I could just grab it and just have it on their plate. It's already ready to go. And that's perfect to have in your fridge for them. Now this is my pantry, and this is usually how I have it set up. I usually place my cereal at the top of the pantry. That way they can see what they have. I can see how much I have left. And then I have these bins that I dedicate for snacks and their juices. So I'm just going to start organizing all the dry snacks that I have and place it into their appropriate bins. Now, the things that I really don't like them to touch all the time, I place higher up. That way they can't reach. And then the things that they could just grab if they want one and they ask, hey mom, can I get a snack? That's on the lower bottom, and they get those themselves. But anything that's on the top portion, I have to get up and get that for them. And I monitor, have you had one? When was the last time you had one? Hey, y'all being good, let's have a gusher, stuff like that. So these bins I got at Dollar Tree, and I think that they really come in handy because it lets you know when you're coming low, if you need to go on your next grocery store run, do you need to get more? If you have some left over, can you get it out of the little storage part that you have in your pantry? So if I don't fill everything up or my bin's filled up, I just save them into my little storage that I have for my big bags of chips. So I have that there. And remember, these bins all come from Dollar Tree, and they have a variety of bins if you're not looking to spend that much on bins, but they have dollar bins. So there's different sizes of bins that you can get for your pantry at home. And I just think that this is a great way to keep everything organized, and it lets your kids have a little bit of independence by getting their own snacks. And there you have it, you guys. This is how I usually organize our pantry, and this is the way I prep our snacks. So I hope it gives you some ideas this week while your kids are off of school, and it gives you a little bit of a breather this week as you're getting them ready. If they're staying home or going to grandma's house, it lets you know where you are and monitor what you have. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already a part of my cooking family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until then, I'll cook with you later. Bye, guys.